It's pretty shocking. It's kind of a jarring name too, sextortion, but that's more or less what it is.
If you think the name is bad, wait until you hear how much sextortion has increased in the last year alone.
And with school about to be let out for the winter break, some parents are concerned about kids spending too much time online and wonder who might be out there ready to victimize them.
Elizabeth Matthews has more in tonight's special report.
That's right, guys. Federal law enforcement tells Fox 32 when it comes to sextortion, the number of financially motivated cases jumped 4 digits. 1,000% from 2021 to 2022. And our kids seem to be the easy targets.
It's not just a number, that percentage represents children out there that are having this experience.
Late last year, the Chicago FBI was on the hunt for this man. A federal arrest warrant had been issued for David Patrick Sheffield for allegedly using social media to ask minors for sexually explicit photos and videos. In one case, investigators say he threatened to direct and live stream the violent murder of a minor and that minor's family. Court records indicate at least one of Sheffield's victims is from the south suburbs.
It is something that we can prevent, but it's about, getting the information out there.
Kevin Reynolds is an investigator with the Kane County State's Attorney's Child Exploitation Unit. Brenna Russell is a social worker with the Sheriff Department's Special Victims Unit. While they were sad to see the 4-digit increase in sextortion cases, they say there's probably even more out there.
I kind of think it's underreported because there is kind of a stigma to it. There's a little bit of shame and embarrassment that comes along with it.
Sextortion can be extremely traumatic, and trauma can lead to depression, anxiety, a whole list of mental illnesses that a lot of people are not equipped with either identifying or how to cope with.
Which is why, for Reynolds and Russell, a good part of their job is talking to the community to educate them about what their options are if they or someone else they know becomes a victim of sextortion.
First step is to tell somebody.
Which includes how to determine if the online profile you're talking to is real or fake. Reynolds says kids are quick to believe they are talking to exactly who is pictured on the profile, and they're quick to share intimate details.
If you treated an online interaction the same way you treated an in-person one, you would never be naked in front of a person within a few hours or telling them, your fears, where your parents work, where you live, where you go to school.
One thing that is really prominent in society today for these children is trying to be accepted, trying to find that sense of intimacy. And it's not how we view it at this age after we know what is healthy.
While kids may feel comfortable sharing personal details online, they also feel some pressure to.
So if I wanted to sextort somebody and I send you a picture, a lot of kids will talk about feeling pressure to send one back. So I sent you one, you sent me one.
Reynolds adds a lot of that pressure is also self-imposed. Before you send any photos, Reynolds says take another look at the requester's online profile.
If I don't know this person in real life, don't be friends with them on the internet. That's the easiest way to kind of defeat a lot of these profiles. If you can't go to their house, if you can't call them on the phone, if you don't know them from class and don't sit next to them, that potentially is a fake profile.
No matter how convincing the profile looks, Reynolds says wait about a week before accepting a new friend request.
Because if they are a fake profile and you wait, typically they will get reported. So the social medias are getting a lot better at identifying these profiles. They are getting a lot better about shutting them down quickly.
If you didn't wait, what should you do if you've sent a photo and are now receiving threats if you don't send more?
The easiest thing to do is to stop responding. A lot of these profiles, if they think your account is dead, they'll move on to the next. You're not the only kid that they're doing this to. They're doing this to sometimes hundreds of kids at a time.
While many kids are dealing with this situation by just blocking that user, Reynolds says that's not enough.
Blocking them doesn't stop somebody. It doesn't shut down their device or anything like that. It just pauses them for a short amount of time.
Reynolds says there is a 50% chance the blocked user will reach out again under a different profile name. Law enforcement is only notified of a user's inappropriate actions if they are reported to the app or to them.
You can do it over the phone, you can come and do it in person, or you could report it on the platform. I never want to discourage someone about reporting this.
If you do decide to file a police report, investigators say it's important to have the offender's username, profile photo, and URLs. In addition to police, Russell says there are other local and national resources out there to help. You just need to know where to look.
A problem is accessibility and knowing what resources are out there. So finding a social worker or someone within the field who can help connect you, point you in the right direction is a huge step as well.
Which is another big takeaway from their community outreach presentations. It's important to note that if you decide not to respond to a sextortion threat, there's still a chance your photos will be sent out and the offender won't just move on to the next account.
It's kind of a hard spot to navigate because you're dealing with people that don't necessarily care what happens.
If that does happen, there's now a way to minimize the photo fallout.
It came into existence because we saw just an absolute crazy influx of crimes against children online.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children runs the Take It Down program. It's about a year old, and so far they say the results have been staggering.
Now we're seeing on average about 2,000 unique hashes a week coming into the Take It Down platform, and as of the end of October, we're over 70,000 hashes added to the system.
A hash is the digital fingerprint of an explicit photo.
In order to create a hash, you just go to takeitdown.nicmic.org and you can create a report there. Your hash will then get added to the database that participating platforms can grab from.
By being able to recognize that mark, Gavin Portnoy with the center says these other sites help stop nude photos from being reposted and shared again and again.
We have to remember that every time that image is transferred across the internet, is viewed, that is re-victimizing that person. So with Take It Down, we're taking away that re-victimization and really giving them hope that this will stop.
Reynolds says the bottom line is this: don't accept friend requests from people you don't know and keep your social media profiles private. For information on resources available to help victims of sextortion, go to our website, fox32chicago.com. Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32, Chicago.